Welcome to our 7-day Yogalates series to cultivate health, happiness, and inner harmony. In this series, we are going to be pairing loving movements with mindful breathing to help us honor our well-being and show up to our fullest potential. When you're ready, join me in a comfortable seated position, taking a moment to lengthen the spine, soften the shoulders, the belly, and gifting yourself this opportunity to check in. Notice how you're feeling today. Reminding yourself that you have the choice to set the tone for your practice today and to set the tone for this entire series. Take a moment to thank yourself for showing up. Celebrate the courage and the strength that you have demonstrated. From this space of inner trust and acceptance, let's take one mindful breath, inhaling through the nostrils and exhaling through the mouth, letting go. Okay, my friends, let's get started today in child's pose. Joining the big toes together, widening the knees as much as you would like. As you reach your arms out in front, guiding your belly, your forehead towards the mat. Stretching out the back body, feeling your connection to this moment. If ever you would like to ground yourself or take a moment to return inwards, know that you always have the opportunity to return to this posture as often as you would like. Let's take one mindful breath here. On your next inhalation, press into the palms and rise onto all fours, coming into a tabletop, aligning your hips with your knees and your shoulders with your wrists, switching on the core. On your inhalation, mindfully lower the belly or open the chest as you gaze forwards. On your exhalation, press into the palms, curl and round the spine, chin to chest. Separate the shoulder blades. Continuing with this dynamic cat and cow, waking up the spinal column, softening the facial features as you attune to the tempo of your own breath. Well done, my friends. Returning to tabletop. From here, gliding your left foot back, extending the leg, reaching your right arm out. On your inhalation, float your leg up to hip height and your arm up to shoulder height. Keeping the core switched on, mindfully lower and bend. So we extend, we lift, we lower, and bend. Extend, lift, lower, and bend, just like that, keeping the toes pointed, keeping both hip bones facing towards the mat. The neck is lengthened, gazing towards the mat. Beautiful work. Extend and raise your left leg and your right arm, and let's find some small pulses, really activating the glutes, raising and lowering your limbs a few centimeters, pressing firmly into your left palm. 2 more pulses. On your next inhalation, find length. Exhale, right elbow to left knee. And again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl and round, turning on the core muscles. Doing your best to align your right hip with your right knee. Let's go for 2 more rounds. Well done. Keep your leg extended. Lower the right palm down, flex your foot. And let's find some small pulses here, really driving into the heel of your left foot. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your leg up and hold. Flex your knee and extend. We bend and straighten, keeping your left knee at hip height, keeping the rest of the body stable, feeling a beautiful activation for the hamstrings and the glutes. Notice if the belly begins to drop or begins to hammock. Keep the core switched on so that we are protecting the lumbar and sacral regions. Final round. Beautiful work. Lower the knee down. Let's get started on the other side. Extend your right leg back, point the toes, reach your left arm out. We float them up, we lower down, and we bend. Extend, lift, lower, and bend. 3 more times. Noticing if this side feels at all different compared to the movement that we performed on the other side. Using this as an opportunity to practice compassion and loving kindness. Well done, my friends. Re-extend your arm and your leg, and let's find our pulses here. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, find length. Exhale, curl and round. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, left elbow to right knee, just like that. Finding your cadence. Let's go for 2 more rounds. On your next inhalation, re-extend your right leg, left palm on the earth, flex the foot, and let's find our pulses here. Keeping the leg active, toes are facing towards the mat. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work. Now let's bend and straighten our right leg. So we're keeping that knee level at hip height. It's just the right leg that is moving. Breathing into any regions of sensation, reminding yourself of your inner strength. Final 2. Great work. Lower the knees down, lower onto your forearms, elbows are aligned with shoulders. Let's extend the left leg back, point the toes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So this time we're keeping the leg extended. Again, both hip bones are facing towards the mat. This is a beautiful opportunity to engage the core muscles as well as strengthen the posterior chain. Pausing for a moment at the top before you mindfully lower down, and ever so slightly tapping the toes down, or you can keep your leg hovered the entire time, it's up to you. creating your longest leg line, allowing the breath to guide you towards a space of inner harmony. Let's keep our leg up and pulse, small pulses up and down. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keeping your leg raised, let's begin to create some circles in one direction. Imagine that you're tracing a beautiful circle up in the sky with your toes, keeping that leg active, keeping the glutes engaged. Nice fluid movements. One more in this direction. And let's swap the direction of our circles. You can do this. Let's go for 2 more. Beautiful work. Lower the knee down and let's go on the other side. Extending your right leg back, point the toes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, just like this. Taking a moment to check in with the upper body. Press firmly into your forearms, your elbows, your palms to help you lift up and out of the shoulder girdle. Checking that the abdominals are still active. If ever your mind begins to wander, guide your awareness towards the sensations of each posture, towards the breath, towards your state of inner harmony, health, and happiness. Let's go for 1 more single leg extension. Great work. Let's keep our leg up and pulse. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work. Keep the leg raised. And let's begin to create our circles in one direction. Doing your best to keep that leg as straight as possible. Pointing your foot, your toes, and really activating the glutes. Let's go for 2 more in this direction. And swapping the direction of your circles. Yes, you are so strong. You are so capable. Remember to smile and breathe. Final circle. Beautiful work. Lower your knee down and let's sink back into child's pose for a moment. Let's take a moment to stretch out the body. Inhale, press into the palms, rise into tabletop, and begin to create some circles with your left knee, your left hip, keeping the rest of the body stable. Once more in this direction. And let's find 3 circles in the opposite direction, really mobilizing the outer glutes and the hips here. Let's take this on the other side. I'm swapping the direction. Well done. Tucking both toes under, walking your hands out in front, and let's press up into our downward facing dog. Raising the pelvis, extending the legs. Feeling a beautiful stretch for the posterior chain. On your inhalation, raise your right leg, coming into 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee towards your right wrist. Lower the legs and the pelvis down as we come into our pigeon pose. Squaring off the hips, keeping your back leg extended. If it's in your practice, you might choose to stay upright, otherwise hinging forwards and coming into a deep forward fold. Perhaps resting on your forearms or lowering your forehead onto the mat. Gifting yourself permission to surrender. Allow yourself to receive the nourishing benefits from this posture and from today's practice. On your next inhalation, mindfully press into the palms and rise up. Tuck the back toes under and let's meet in downward facing dog. It might feel nice to pedal out the legs, move the hips from side to side. When you're ready, float the left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left wrist. Setting up for your expression of pigeon pose, whatever that looks like for you today. If possible, finding the same expression that you took on the other side so that we're really cultivating a space of inner harmony. On your next inhalation, press into the palms. And let's return to our final downward facing dog for today. Taking one cleansing breath here. Mindfully lower the knees, point the toes, and come into a kneeling position. Interlacing the fingers behind your back. Inhale, straighten the arms, open the chest, find length. Keep your bind, and on your exhalation, return to child's pose. Reaching the arms skywards, feeling a beautiful opening for the chest. Inhale, rise up. Release the arms, roll the shoulders back. Let's come into a seated spinal twist. Keeping your right knee facing forwards, guide your left foot towards the outer edge of your right thigh. Inhale, raise your right arm. Exhale, right tricep to the outer edge of your left thigh. Left arm behind you as you pivot your chest to the left. Finding length. Beautiful. Gently release. Uncross the legs and let's find our spinal twist in the opposite direction. You might feel a nice stretch for the outer glutes here as well. Great work. Mindfully release. Return to a cross-legged position. Left palm on the earth. Inhale, raise the right arm. Exhale, side bend to the left, stretching the side body. Inhale, rise to center. Exhale, bend over to the right. Inhale, center. Roll the shoulders back. Close the eyes. Rest your palms in your lap. Offering yourself a moment of gratitude. Thanking your beautiful body for supporting you throughout these loving movements. Thanking the breath for nourishing your soul. And thanking the mind for residing in a space of inner peace and tranquility. Let us round off today's practice with one nourishing breath. Inhaling through the nostrils and exhaling out through the mouth and letting go. On your next inhalation, reach the arms skywards, join the palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you so much for joining day 1 of our 7-day Yogalates practice to cultivate health, happiness, and inner harmony. Sending you love and light. May you be well.